You guys, we're back. Sean, Javon, All 52 Podcasts. I don't ever say this, but catch us on YouTube and Facebook. We're trying to blow it up there. Javon, what's going on, man?
Not much. First day of training camp was yesterday for Syracuse. So it's that time of year.
Are you excited?
It's been 6 years, man. Like it ain't nothing new. There is something for us to talk about off the air.
Okay. Save for the end of the show.
Yeah. Same old though.
Same old. Well, at least today we get to talk about. I'm excited for today's show. We get to do our schedule predictions. I like this part of this every year we do because we always go back at the end of the year and we're like, yo, you were wilding about this or you were blah, blah, blah. And so let's see how that goes this year. I think just off the first two divisions, I think it's kind of clear who's the best and who's the best, but I can't wait to do the rest of the divisions going forward.
Absolutely. Before we get to that though, we got some transactions and lack of transactions too to start with. The first one, Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are pretty far apart on an extension. Apparently, they offered him 2 years at $50 a season, and that wasn't enough for him. He wants more than 2 years on the deal. What should a Baker Mayfield extension look like?
All right, so I'm gonna pull it up at the same time. So if I'm looking off, I'm pulling it up something. I was going to do this before the show. So I would say this. Before I do that, if that's your franchise quarterback, he's 31 years old. This like you can't go by what people say. You got to go by their actions. My mom told me this a long time ago, and it's so true. If I offer my franchise quarterback at 31 years old a 2-year deal, I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. And that's why I think Tampa Bay is basically saying to you, we don't trust in you enough to give you the 4 or 5 year deal at $50+ million a year. So that's let's get that off the books. This is a prove year for Baker. Either he's going to prove it so we'll get paid somewhere else, or Tampa's going to be like, let's stamp him and let's build around this guy. So that's one. But if I'm Baker, what did Trevor Lawrence get? What did Tua Tagovailoa get? What did I'm going to say my boy Jordan Love get? I think I'm in line. In that whole. I think Baker's a top 12 quarterback in the NFL. I think he's better. Would I take him over Tua? Absolutely. Would I take him over Deshaun Watson? Absolutely. I know Deshaun got paid for potential off of that 1 year in Houston, so I know it's not the same. But I'm just saying people who get paid more than him. Do I think I'm just as comparable as Jordan Love? Yep. And am I just as good as Trevor Lawrence? Yep. So I want that type of money. And if I can't get that type of deal, it shows me what you think about me. Especially, it's a slap in the face to offer your franchise quarterback a 2-year deal. Javon, you've been watching sports just as long as me. You never give your franchise quarterback a 2-year deal. That's a prove it type of deal. That's what Sam Darnold got in Seattle. He proved it. Now he's their guy. I just think it was a slap in the face, but I want to get paid just as much as those guys.
So I got a few places I want to go with this one. I just want to double check something before I
yeah, I'm gonna look up the contracts.
Get into it. So Baker Mayfield is entering his age 31 season. He is a guy who he takes some hits. Very aggressive style of play at the quarterback position. Wants to win. We know that. But at the same time, we know Baker has he can lose you some games.
Yeah.
So with that being the case, your contract ends at the end of this season and you become unrestricted free agent. You don't want to take that deal. I can franchise tag you.
Yep.
and you're not going to sit out because you just mentioned Deshaun Watson. We just saw what missing that much football does to you with him.
Mhm.
And then I can just let you go after that because if you sign this 2-year extension, you'll be 33 at the end of it. And then we can talk about, like, I'm not giving you any more than a 2-year deal again after that. It's not everyone's Brady, not everyone's Rodgers playing into their 40s and stuff. And he's a guy whose shoulder could easily start breaking down on him. So I'm not mad at Tampa Bay's position on this. And we're going to talk about this a little more. I'm so sick of hearing the market. The market dictates the value. That's what dumb front offices go by.
Mm-hmm.
When you let players and agents bully you into the market value, those are the franchises that don't win Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate it because it has encouraged the culture of pocket watching. Hey, how I grew up. What's in your wallet is in your wallet. What's in my wallet is in my wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, Tua got this much. I need to get. Nah, the Dolphins are dumb to pay him that money.
Yes,
so just because you're better than him don't mean I'm supposed to follow their footsteps and pay you more than that. No, he ain't worth that much. And you probably ain't worth that much. You're worth more than him, but not that number. So you can go ahead with that pocket watch and stuff. Wonder why Belichick got 6 of them things in New England? That mentality right there.
Yeah.
Oh, you come at me with this market value stuff, huh?
I'll let you go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get you out of here for a couple picks.
Yeah.
And spend that money on somebody who can contribute and not ask for as much as what you're asking for. And we can allocate those resources elsewhere.
He also had Brady, though.
That helps.
Okay. I'm just
that helps. But come on now. How long did they had a good little drop? Like let's not that Patriots dynasty is a 2-part thing or a 3-part thing. Win early, nothing in the middle, win late.
Well, I just pulled up this list though. Can we just go through this list really quick and say, I didn't say what you mean by pocket watch. I believe in that. But when your numbers are so prolific and so public in the NFL, people are just going to be like, hey, he got this. I need to get this. I do agree with you with this. And we're going to talk about your boy Zay Flowers. Some owners got to start correcting this because not everybody is equal. Just because you're the next guy up doesn't mean you should set the precedent.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, because there's a wild world where Zay Flowers is making more money than Justin Jefferson. That doesn't make sense to me. In any society, that in no world does that make sense. But these are the guys who are making $50 million right now in the NFL as quarterbacks. Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert, 50 million or more. Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen.
Restart the list. I got something I want to do with this.
Okay,
you say a name, and I'll let you know if they worth 50 mil or not.
Let's do it like that. Justin Herbert.
No. Hell no, actually.
I love Justin, but no. I agree. No argument.
Did you not see the Houston game?
He's been horrible in the postseason. Let's call a spade a spade. He's been garbage. Brock Purdy.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't give him 50. I think he's in a 40 million. He's a fringe top 15, top 10 quarterback. I can't give him 50 million. Not where I could spread that wealth throughout my team. I can't give him 50 million. I know we were both going to say Jared Goff.
Hell to no.
No. I'm not even going to go deep into that.
And Detroit, yeah, go ahead and so while we're on the topic of setting the market, Jahmyr Gibbs should get paid in the price range of Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
Go ahead and think you can live without him and watch what Jared Goff turns into. Because that brother's nothing without that play action game.
I'm going to be real. The guys we just named so far, why they're not worth $50 million is that they need the talent around them to elevate them. And I don't pay $50 million. $50 million or above is for difference makers.
Elevate the team.
Like this guy next.
The team elevates you.
The next guy, Matthew Stafford.
Absolutely.
We don't know. I think this guy, yes. You probably say no. Josh Allen.
No, playoff choke artist.
Right.
Little less than 50, not 50.
You know he's the face of the league, right?
Faces of leagues have championships. This is still Patrick Mahomes NFL. Y'all need to stop the disrespect.
Okay. All right. Whatever. Joe Burrow.
No, can't stay healthy.
Okay. Trevor Lawrence.
Hell no.
Okay. Jordan Love.
Oh, hell no.
Dak Prescott.
No.
And Patrick Mahomes.
Of course. It's his league.
Okay. So you only 2 out of the 10 guys who are making 50 million or more. That's the only people you say should be in the $50 million range.
Let you know where the owners are, how dumb they are, and how they let these agents manipulate them.
So I agree with you in Tampa putting a stamp and a stance on Baker as an organization. They're not trying to be what Miami was. I forgot to add Tua, but he wasn't on the list actively because he's making pennies this year. But he's on the books for Miami,
yeah,
right?
That's the Dolphins how they feel about setting the market.
Yeah, so at Russell Wilson a couple years ago. So I agree. We got to start setting some barriers with these quarterbacks and wide receivers and corners.
I said this years ago, by the way.
You did. And it's getting out of hand because I was the guy, set the market. I'm not saying Baker needs to set the market, but if you give me that list and I'm Baker.
You're his agent, that's supposed to be a negotiation.
Of course.
But
Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence.
You have an obligation to your franchise. Bro, we'll go elsewhere. I'm sorry. Like, I hate that question with these dumbass football fans. What else are you supposed to do? Who else you going to? Well, go get the pick and you figure it out. Like, you don't know what you're supposed to do because you ain't did nothing to like get yourself in that position. It's a hypothetical. Like, no, move on. Teams rebuild all the time. Matter of fact, I got you right here. The 49ers have been getting to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy. Why?
Yeah.
Because they're not overpaying anybody and they will just build around the quarterback and let that get them there. Who just won the Super Bowl, Sean?
Seattle.
Isn't that how they just won? Built a whole team and coaching staff around the quarterback.
Good point.
They paying him nowhere near 50 mil.
Good point.
It's almost like one player doesn't define a full 53-man roster. What a crazy idea.
So is your thought process, because it did work with the Patriots as well, is to pay the quarterback a certain amount and spread the wealth?
No, you pay whoever is good enough what they're worth. If they ain't worth it, you move them and get someone else in.
Okay. All right.
Like your Tampa, let's think about this. What else are they supposed to do? What else they're supposed to get? Didn't Tampa just miss the playoffs last year?
Yeah, and Baker
the
was
whole
bad.
NFC South 9-8, 8-9, 6-10 last year. Like you're no closer to you haven't gone to the conference championship with Baker yet. Matter of fact, Baker hasn't won 2 games in the same postseason yet. So what Mike Evans, the face of your franchise, is gone. So what is there to hold on to anyway?
Yeah, you're right in this aspect. Do I think there's a ceiling on Baker? Absolutely. I think Baker, from a player's perspective, and yes, go get paid. But as an organization, if I was Tampa, I wouldn't get Baker a 4-year, $200 million contract. No. I just wouldn't do it. I don't think he's that good enough. And I do agree. We got to start the exclusive guys, Lamar, those guys need to be put into that type of list. Lamar, I'm surprised, but his deal is older, so he's not in the $50 million category yet. But my point is, and that's all another conversation. I do think that, yes, Tampa's doing the right thing because I think Baker is a good quarterback. He's not great. And I'm not putting, even though the cap is like $300 million now. So what is 50 million out of 300 million? But I digress. But if you're Tampa, why would you just move on from him and try to go get your quarterback in the next 2-3 drafts? Why be mediocre? Like, I love what Miami's doing. We're going to talk about Miami later. I'm going to be bad. I'm going to be bad so I can go get my guy. No disrespect to Malik Willis, but I'm going to be bad.
We'll talk about Miami in the next segment.
Okay. All right. Miami next segment. So I'm going to be bad just so I can go get my quarterback. I think that's what Tampa should look at because I do think they have reached this ceiling, even with the head coach and the general manager. I think they need a whole clean slate from that era of the Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield, Bruce Arians ever.
Yeah, that's what it is. The Arians era. Todd Bowles got to go. Lawson, Temple brother, got to go.
He got to go. He got to go. Let's call a spade a spade. So I think it's time for them, especially I do think the Panthers and the Saints on, I don't know what's going on here in Atlanta, but I think those two teams are going to be more on the upswing over the next few years.
Definitely New Orleans. Sean, Zay Flowers, a Miami boy, just set the NFL record for guaranteed money by wide receiver. He's making $35 million a year average. I hate the contract. I'll just be upfront with it.
Yeah, like I saw a lot of debate about this, and I text the group first. That's why I know we're good at what we do. When I saw the contract, I'm like, but he's not a number one. To me, again, he's not a number one. Like, remember a couple years ago on the show, I was like, why is the fuss about Brandon Ayuk? He's not a number one. Like, that was just like taking money and just burning it on fire for the 49ers and whatever. I don't think he'll ever play in the league again, but that's another conversation for the day. But Zay is a good quarterback, but wide receiver. But at some point, if a big name comes available, what do we see on the show? Oh, the Ravens should go get him.
So let's hold on. I got you right here. So I got an idiot brother who, like, I'm gonna talk to you like this. I love my brother to death.
Of course.
I've known him all 27 years in his life. When he became some genius, I have no clue. But like these last 2 years, out of nowhere, he's just some football genius in his mind.
Yeah.
I mean, we was arguing just 2 days ago. This brother had the nerve to think he knows more about contracts than me. I don't know where all this is coming from. We're arguing about the Zay Flowers extension. He's a good receiver. Oh, Lamar loves you. Can't pitch him off. Yo, it's about what he does for the team.
Come on, man.
Fumble? A lot? Catch with his body? Drop passes? He's 5'9". He's not a number one.
He's not.
But then, hold on. But watch this, Sean. I always talk about 2023. If you tell Joe Flacco he only got to score 18 points against Brady and Manning, he's getting drunk the night before because he knows he's going to the Super Bowl. Always bring that up. I mean, this is the brother who went to their houses in back-to-back weeks to get to his Super Bowl. And then knocked off Kaepernick, who was hot stuff at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, Lamar never had the receivers Flacco had.
Come on.
Just back to the corner right there. Watch me, Sean. He never had the receiver Flacco had, right? So why spend $35 million on this pipsqueak and prevent yourself from giving him a receiver like Flacco had? Because who's available next year, Sean?
I don't know off the top of my head.
George Pickens is available next year.
Oh, yeah, George Pickens, yeah.
And if Kyler Murray stinks it up, who's asking for a trade?
Oh, Justin Jefferson, easily. Yeah.
That's two actual number ones worth $35 million that you could get next year.
Yeah, good point.
But you're going to waste your money on the Flowers extension right now. When you could trade him, and whatever pick you get from that can be rerouted to Minnesota for Justin Jefferson.
Good point.
Or like I said, Justin does not ask for the deal. The Cowboys are not extending Pickens. It's not a hypothetical. So when he hits the market, you have your money still available, plus some picks that you just got from trading Zay Flowers, and you have a true number one for Lamar. And we're talking about acquiescing and bowing down to the brother, because these people, I'm telling you, Sean, I don't like the Ravens fans because they're not Ravens fans. They're Lamar fans. It's funny because my brother's a LeBron fan. So I guess this is what he thinks fandom is supposed to be. You just follow one man's nutsack around all day. I don't know. It's a 53-man roster. There's the Baltimore Ravens before Lamar Jackson with 2 Super Bowls. Trent Dilfer has one before Lamar Jackson. And there will be a Ravens after Lamar Jackson. The bastard hasn't won 2 games in the same postseason yet.
Yep.
He doesn't show up until halfway through the third quarter of them games. And that's another thing with this one. Oh, man. Yo, you ain't put on a helmet. You don't know. It ain't his fault that they losing. He not playing in the first half. So what? I said, bro, you said that, number one, you played at Aberdeen High School and played for 2 weeks at a D2. Relax. When you got NFL players saying that argument don't even work, I don't know who you think you are to be saying it. So just shut up. Just stop it. Yeah, I'm on that today. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's number one. And number two, I should have told him about all these coaches in my phone. If you were a recruit and I called them and told them you said that missing the first half of entire playoff games don't matter, your ass would never get an offer.
Yeah, that's
so
wild.
stop.
That's wild.
So. Anyways, we're talking about acquiescing to that. Sean, do you know that Lamar Jackson and Malik Willis's contracts expire at the same time?
Oh, they do it?
And that Lamar Jackson purposefully negotiated his contract to have a no tag clause.
I didn't know that.
So in 2 years,
oh, I never knew that.
When he is pressed down his leg once again, and it's going to be
31.
Lamar Jackson is, I want to say he's 30.
I think he's 29
now. So in 2 years, when he'll be 31, and his hometown team has all the money in the world to go get him and whoever the hell else they want, on top of whatever draft picks they use in these next 2 years. What's to keep him from walking and going home?
Wow, I didn't think about that. But that cap number is going to be crazy over the next 2 years.
Okay, the Dolphins need something.
Yeah, good point.
You saw how they were willing to take themselves to hell over Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So why are we even bowing down to him like this? No, I don't care how much you like the guy. You stink in the playoffs. He's not a number one. We're not paying him. We will move him and get a real number one next year. Oh, but you know the Ravens ain't doing that. And you okay with accepting that from their front office. But you mad at me. You think because the front office is dumb, Zay Flowers is worth $35 million. What sense does that make?
That makes no sense. I'm looking at the top list of paid wide receivers.
Talk to me.
Smith-Njigba.
Now let's ask who. Name each one, and I'll tell you if Zay Flowers is better than them.
Okay, go. So Jackson Smith-Njigba.
No.
No. Jamar Chase.
Hell no.
This is another guy who shouldn't get paid, but that type of money. Drake London is making $35 million.
They're in the same range.
Yeah, but not 35.
35 million.
Not 35.
They're in the same talent range, and they're not worth 35.
Okay, then we got
Drake London got paid. I said Amon-Ra St. Brown needs to be looking at his agent with a smile on his face.
Oh yeah, it doesn't make sense. George Pickens is going to get paid because I think he's better than London and Zay Flowers. Yeah, I got to be real. He's better than both of them. So Zay Flowers comes in next, and then we got Justin Jefferson after that, and then CD Lamb at $34 million.
No.
So I'm looking at the list. I agree. I have not an ad. I would have gone and get Pickens next summer and paid him that type of money. But Zay Flowers is a solid. Yo, I'd rather take T. Higgins over Zay Flowers. I gotta be honest. But yeah, Higgins don't play. Like he gets hurt all the time. So I agree. But I think that's just a receiver. Pickens and Higgins, I think, are worth. If you told me you giving them 32, 35, I can be okay with that. But I don't think Flowers is that special. I think he's a good receiver. But good number 2 on a championship team, not a number 1. I can't see it.
Only people winning with 5'9" dudes as their top options are Brady and Mahomes.
Yeah.
And Lamar Jackson has proven he's neither one of them.
But what do you think the thought process is to give him that type of money? Like, what? I don't get. You know the Ravens more than me.
They finally drafted their own guy at receiver, and they feel great about it. So let's keep him here at whatever price.
I look at a top receiver, just how I grew up and like even watch football, is a guy that you have to double team all the time.
Yeah.
And I think I could put my top corner on Zay in the postseason and still play and not have to put in safety help sometimes or double team him sometimes. I really do. I'm not saying he's not a good receiver. He has the speed, all that stuff like that.
It's as simple as this. Did he make plays against Kansas City? Absolutely.
He could.
But when you got into a squeeze and everyone's covered, could you just throw it up to him?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. No.
That's what a number 1 receiver is.
Yes. Yeah.
When the offensive line is just crumbling. Nobody else is getting open. Hell with it. Matt Stafford. I'm gonna just throw it up to Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Matt
that.
Ryan,
Yeah,
I'm gonna just throw it up to Julio Jones.
exactly. We're on the same page. We know number ones. He's not a number one. Even London. Maybe I'll give London a pass because of the situation in Atlanta, but I don't look at number one. I look at it as a really good number two, a high level number two, but not a number one. That number one, again, like we just talked about the quarterback. Someone's gotta have to reset the market and be like, no, you will let you go. Because I can't pay Zay Flowers $35 million and be talking about I'm serious about winning multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah, you have no wiggle room to create a contender now.
No,
you're stuck where you are.
Yeah, like I just don't think that makes sense to me. I still don't get it how this makes sense overall. Like I would have been cool with 30, high 20s, 28, 27, but 35 million for a guy who's not a number one, I can't see it. And if I'm the Ravens, my thing would have been like, yo, listen, you're not better than CD, you're not better than Justin. So I'm not paying you more than those guys. The guy who messed up the market was Drake London. Shout out to his agent, but 35.2 million for Drake London messed up the market that Zay Flowers can even go to the Ravens and be like, yo, give me what Drake London did. He messed up the market. But if I'm the Ravens, I'm staying 10 toes down. You're not better than CD. You're not better than Justin. I can't pay you more than that. I just can't.
This is part of the reason why I say we have the dumbest front offices in sports. And right, each sport has their own thing that contributes to this. In football, it's this overemphasis placed on the quarterback and this market value thing.
Yeah, the market value thing.
I'll give the NBA. They don't do that market value crap. Like these DMs are genuinely dumb enough to think some of these guys are worth that much money. You text the group chat yesterday, like the Lakers got fleeced because Dylan Brooks is a way better player than Austin Reeves, and he's making what, $13 million fewer annually?
Oh, $25 million a year.
Well, he's making 15 less per year than Austin Reeves. Like, no, that's just the Lakers dumb enough to think Austin Reeves is worth $40 million.
Exactly. I'll take
that. Ain't no market thing, though.
Exactly.
Shai Gilgeous got his Supermax. It wasn't a market thing. No. He's one of the most unstoppable guards in the league when he's not foul baiting.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true. It's true. What the league's gonna have to do in the next collective bargaining agreement, because this is the problem with sports. It's good for the players and good for whatever. The salary cap keeps going up because revenue keeps going up, TV streaming. But the problem is they feel like they have to spend the money. So you spend the money just because, I got to pay $35 million because the cap is going to go up next year. No, you don't have to do that. I was still not because at the end of the day, you could spread Zay Flowers' money, like you said, and get better in different areas and go get a difference maker when it comes available. George Pickens, there's no way the Cowboys, I don't think, are going to franchise him 2 years in a row, because maybe on a 1-year deal, he might be worth it. But I just think it doesn't make sense logically to me that you just have to spend the money. No, I'm going to spread it to the best players. I'm going to fit guys into the correct slots, and then I'm going to build my team around that. I just don't think Zay Flowers' ascension makes any sense. It didn't. I saw that. I'm like, he's not a number one. And if you're going to be paid top money like these quarterbacks too, you got to be a difference maker. If you ain't a difference maker, you got to fall in line. Simple as that.
Simple as that. Let's take a trip further down 95 South. The Washington Commanders have signed hometown boy Stephon Diggs for the season. They're not going to get Ayuk. Deebo Samuel went back to San Francisco. So it's Terry McLaurin, Stephon Diggs, and the Devils. I don't know. Talk to you.
I would just say this. I think at some point that try it this year, make it so you work, but you got to go find a young receiver, a couple young receivers, maybe to build around Daniels. I think Diggs had a solid year last year. He didn't really do much in the postseason, but no one on that offense really did much in that postseason, to be honest with you, to get to the Super Bowl. Matter of fact, I said the other day, that might be the worst Super Bowl team I've ever seen make a Super Bowl in the last 10 years. But that's not like the Patriots last year. I think that was not a great. Yeah. And when I did their schedule, we'll talk about it soon. It dictates what I feel about the Patriots run last year a little bit. So yeah, I think it's a good move, but it doesn't move the needle. And in the NFC East, just a little secret. I haven't done my schedule. probably picking the Commanders to come in last place. I just think the NFC East is tough. And I think Diggs is a solid player. The key for them is Daniels. He has to play.
I mean, as of right now, Sean, we've picked 4 NFC East games. Technically, we've picked 4 per team.
Yep.
And through those 4, Washington is in last place on my So
okay. All right, we're on the same page. All right. Like, so I haven't gone through them yet, but just based off the talent and the roster, I think that the least I got the 3 other teams better than them. So this is a nice move. If Daniels, the key for Daniels, if Daniels is back to rookie year Daniels, that team's gonna be really good. And that's Diggs still can give you something. You got McLaurin. You're gonna be able to good. The only thing I'm questioning is that defense. It's a cool move. Diggs still play. Diggs says something I agree. He's still a great number 2 in this NFL. There's no question about it. And he shouldn't have gone this long without it. I know it's probably some off the field stuff.
Let's not act like he ain't got some off the field.
Yeah, that's the issue why he didn't get signed. Let's call a spade a spade. But
and if I'm in that front office, Nick Nash, Antonio Williams, y'all can't be on that time he's on. That's not y'all vet. Terry McLaurin is y'all vet, not Diggs. No,
that's not your vet. Just let him do him. And so, yeah, it's a cool move. It didn't move the needle to me, man. I gotta be real. It just was like, oh, it's cool because I think Diggs still could perform, but I'm just not in love with this Washington team, and I don't really love the offensive line.
I'll tell you what I do like. So now you've added Diggs and Chigokonkwo this year. 2 Maryland guys. Like, you're bringing hometown guys over, productive hometown guys over. I think a healthy Daniels will have a very solid running game. Like, either Bill Krosky, Merritt, Rashad White, or Katron Allen's going to work. Like, that's a good 3-headed monster. There's no true number 1, but that is a good 3-headed monster. We know Terry McLaurin can ball. Diggs at number 2 is pretty good. The wild card is going to be Antonio Williams because we know how terrible Clemson's passing game has been the last few years. So we're going to see if he was just being held back by that archaic offense or if he actually just isn't that guy. But he emerges to be the number 3 that they need. They're in a good spot offensively. They're fine. Defensively is where I'm looking at them. Again, Nick Cross, another Maryland guy, brought him home to help in the back. Leo Chenal and Sonny Styles running your interior rush. Odafe Owe, are you a product of Mike McDonald and Jesse Minter, or are you actually good? That's going to be the wild card for them. Can Kilavon Chaisson finally be something? Washington is very contingent upon their question marks.
Yes, they're very especially defensively.
Yeah, it's too many question marks.
Too many question marks, yeah.
Like, is Jerzon Newton going to become one of those guys on the interior? Or are they going to have to rely on Javon Kinlaw, who's been bounced around? We know Daron Payne's good. We like Tim Suttle. Is Jerzon Newton finally going to take that step? Are those defensive ends, well, they're in a 3-4. Are those outside linebackers going to be able to get home? And in the secondary, who's their number 1 corner?
Look, you say all these things.
It's a lot of questions, and I don't like that.
That's a lot.
I don't like that.
It's like, remember a couple years ago we were like, if the Clippers this, we're going to talk about Kawhi. That's what you're talking about, and that's why it's a lot of ifs on that defensive side of the football. And I'm not in love with the offensive line either. So there's a lot of ifs on that team. If was a 5th, we'll all be drunk, like you said.
Come on now.
Come on, let's be real. Like, let's be real. So it's the Diggs move doesn't move the needle to me. And that's what
I'll say this, Sean. All these moves and what this roster looks like now, it does look better than last year's team.
No, absolutely.
This should have been last year's team. Let's revisit the conversations we were having.
The year before, yeah.
When they, 12-5, lost to Philly in the playoffs with that weak-ass schedule. Mm-hmm. They just ran it back. Didn't add on to that roster or nothing and thought they were going to get by on a tougher schedule. If Jayden Daniels were healthy, they would have missed the playoffs last year.
Absolutely. No question.
This was their roster going into last season, and then this offseason was a step up from this. I love where the Commanders are as an organization. But right now, I feel like you've wasted a year, and you're going to be coming up on a new head coach within the next 2 or 3 years.
Oof.
Because I don't think Dan Quinn's going to stick this thing out. I think he was there to just repair the culture after what they had going on in Washington for so many years. But the guy who's actually going to they're going to win with, it won't be Dan Quinn.
I think the only thing is that it's so hard in that division because if you think about it, usually there's a team that's on the up. Maybe Philly be on the up and you could consider them falling down. But there's so much talent on that Philly team that I don't see it happening anytime soon. And I think Dallas is ascendant, and I'm a bigger fan of the Giants than you are, and the young talent they have. I just don't see that they're the least talented by far out of those teams in the NFC East, right? And those teams are really relatively young.
I think they can be better than the Giants because Jayden Daniels is better than Jackson, though.
And
John Harbaugh is their head coach.
My only question is this: first of all, I watched quarterbacks. I can't really vibe with Jamie Daniels' mom. I can't front. Like maybe my mom will act that way too if I got much millions. My mom was a great personality, so I can't knock her, but she's a little annoying. But whatever. God bless her. But
so hold on, I need details on this. I need specific instances.
No, I feel like I'm getting this from AJ DeBance's dad too.
Around too much.
All right, yeah. I know you're the manager, you're the agent, but you don't need to be all in the pictures, all in the videos. Remember when Suge said that? You remember that? You remember that? Exactly. 94 Source Awards.
Dancing.
Like, yeah, you don't need to be all in the videos. Like I would tell my mom, yo, sit down. Like, come on. Like, well, you get the perk.
That problem with?
Go ahead.
It ain't AJ DeBance's dad.
Who?
It's SGA's dad. I can't stand that dude. And Jack Teague should have put his hands on him. I can't stand him.
I saw him on one of these streamers park.
Yeah, come on. We don't foul bait. What happens? No, stop it.
Come on, man. He act like he's in the league. He's getting a little Ja Morant, Morant. Yeah, dad vibes. So that's just my thing. But back to them. I do agree with you. Jayden Daniels in that division could be the best quarterback in that division. That's the key. Is Dak is probably the most talented or the most productive because I can't just go off 1 year. But Daniels has the chance to be the best quarterback in the division. That's where their ceiling rises, and that's where it goes.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Let's see. Over to basketball. Sean, the Warriors are preparing for life after Stephen Curry. They haven't shown me that.
Nah, they're running it back. But, yo, John, I was watching some podcasts. I was reading some things. That team might have over $100 million in salary cap space next season. So
who comes off the books?
Draymond, Steph is a free agent. Porzingis contract
$60 million right there. That's
yeah.
Right. So let's bring that down to $40 million.
What do you mean?
I'm saying you said they can have $100 million free.
Yep.
That's not counting Steph's contract, right?
No, not counting Steph's contract.
Right.
But
so he'll come back at 60 a year. So let's make that 40 million that they'll have.
So 40 million. So Draymond gone.
Hold on. And they're talking about giving Podziemski 20 to 25 a year. So let's bring that down to 15 to 20.
No, and that's the thing. If we talk about smart organizations.
They're not. They're dumb enough to do it. So
I'm even telling Steph, listen, I want clear books if I'm the Warriors because we can re-sign Steph because at the end of the day, Steph will have 2 more years at a high level if he wants to win. I'm looking at it this way. I'll tell Steph, I'm not signing anyone. We're gonna be a clean cap sheet because remember, Nikola Jokic, me and you have said it. It's really sneaky. He hasn't signed an extension yet. Nikola Jokic will be a free agent next season or have the player option. I think the Nuggets think it's sweet. But when they trade Peyton Watson,
say it one more time, Sean.
Yeah,
this morning.
They think it's sweet.
Come on, Doc.
They think it's sweet, and I'm watching. I'm like, they haven't improved their team. They're talking about trading Peyton Watson. If I'm Jokic, I'm looking around like, and you can tell his money doesn't drive him like that. So it doesn't drive him. So why? He's chilling. So I'm thinking, yo, you haven't made your team better. So you think he won't opt out? He said he's going to opt out next year. And then when he opts out, you have a team like the Warriors. We talked about the Lakers on this podcast. They would easily give up Reeves and Kessler to go get Jokic. It's just, if I'm the Warriors, Steph, listen, give us a year. Let's figure this out. Let's run it back. We have $100 million in cap space. will figure it out. And that's what I would do. So life after Curry, unless at the end of this year, Curry tells me I don't want to do this anymore, I still feel like I'm in a good position. We'll still have all that cap space, and we'll get draft picks for Steph Curry. I think the Warriors are in a good standards, but they can't F it up and sign positions like $20 million.
So let's talk about who's available as free agents next year. Possibly. Giannis is probably going to extend in Miami.
Oh, absolutely.
We won't count him. Anthony Davis can opt out of his player option, but that's $63 million. I don't think he's doing that. Jimmy Butler's unrestricted. Jokic could opt out. Karl Towns could opt out. He's not doing that. He'll extend and take less money for the Knicks before he opts out. I actually don't think Karl Towns leaves the Knicks. I think he loves being at home. I think it's great for his mental health. So I actually am rooting for Karl to stay with the Knicks for life.
No, those guys who won the title. If I'm them, I'm taking, because the money I'm making off the court in New York, and I'm a legend. I'm never leaving New York if I can. Yeah. I'm taking less money.
We're not worried about Paul George. Kawhi will be 36. The KD will be 38. Player option at 46 mil. He probably opts in. Levine will be unrestricted. And Brandon Ingram's not opting out of 42 million. Kyrie, Rudy Gobert. The one I'm really locked in on, Michael Porter Jr. and Jalen Green are going to be free. And Tyler Hero.
No, Javon, you're missing the point. Remember, free agency is dead. It's about the trade market. The guy in Minnesota, when he loses in the first or second round this year again, and he's 2 years away from free agency, Minnesota's going to have to look deep in the mirror and be like, and Ant's going to have to like, can I win here? And it's easy to trade 4 first-round picks that we have and all the cap space to put him into my cap space of the Warriors. Atlanta too.
You know the Hawks are. You know his agency, his representation is going to try to force him to Atlanta.
Oh, and Atlanta's set up perfectly. You got to be. We're smart people. You got to look at the tree leaves. Atlanta's setting up. They have all these aspiring contracts, and they're going to have the cap space.
And they are that guy away from.
With Jalen Johnson, Anthony Edwards here in Atlanta, it'll finally be the town that I think it could potentially be basketball wise. But yeah, they're setting it up. So let's see what happens. But if I'm the Warriors and all these other teams, Boston, because Paul George might opt out, even though he shouldn't. All those teams can have more cap space. Be sneaky, but Atlanta is the number 1 team if I'm Anthony Edwards.
So let's look at the Warriors cap table. The only people scheduled to be back on their books next year: Porzingis at 20.5, Moody at 13.5, Horford at 7, Lindborg at 6.5. DeAnthony Melton at 5 3/4, Gui Santos at 5 flat, and Will Richard on a contract that's not guaranteed at 2.5. Those should be the only people back. Like, those should be the only people on your roster. Porzingis is going to opt into that, and I'm fine with that because him and Steph actually work pretty well together. But yeah, Jimmy, you can go. Draymond. Yeah, listen, you ain't coming back for more than $10 million, and that's only because you Steph's homeboy.
I think he retires after the next season.
Podziemski, you're getting traded. You know.
Oh, he goes to Philly to play with LeBron. My bad. Keep going.
Yeah. But and then you go big fish hunting. And Klay Thompson, we know you want to finish your career as a Warrior. Come sign a minimum deal. The big three can go out together, but it won't be your team anymore. It'll still be Steph's team, but whoever we bring in, it's their team. Oh, and by the way, Draymond, you're coming off the bench. Yax Lindborg's the starting power forward.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you. I think the Warriors and the Hawks are in the prime positions to get the next superstar because there's going to be another superstar. I think Anthony Edwards is the guy everybody's looking at next.
But who
or Jokic. The
Warriors have to offer for him?
Well,
it's literally just Lindborg and picks. They have nothing else to offer. I think that's an enticing package.
Yeah, you have to do Lindborg and a bunch of draft picks.
And Moody. You got to do Moody, Lindborg, and a bunch of draft picks. If I'm Minnesota,
Porzingis, Porzingis, excuse me.
Porzingis is an expiring deal. That's fine. Podziemski should not be on their books by then. Is my whole thing. So I'm not even counting him. So Yeah, Porzingis on the expiring deal. Moody, Lindborg, and picks. Do I want that? Or let's see, when the Hawks bring Kuminga back, because that's where he's going to end up. Do I want him, the young defender Dyson Daniels is, with the potential to, I don't want to say potential to add a jump shot, but whatever. Nickeil Alexander-Walker back, Aaron Wiggins, Kingston Flemings, Asa Newell, I think is going to be good. Like they got pieces to offer.
Yeah, I think that it would have to be around picks because they have all their picks, and Flemings will have to be in the deal.
And Flemings is there, Ryan Embard is there. We'll see if my boy Hank Visar can become something. Like, and the Hawks just have way more to offer. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. No, and Atlanta would, if I'm Ant-Man, I want to be the guy who brings the title to my city. I'm already a legend here. They love Ant here. Imagine you, the guy who brings Atlanta Hawks basketball to that level. He has the personality, everything at the crib. It makes sense for Ant's going to be an Atlanta Hawk at some point. I'm going to say right now. I think with the next 2 years, he'll be an Atlanta Hawk. And they've built in a really solid organization. I give them credit. And they'll have the picks they have the Flemings, and they'll have the picks, and they'll have the freaking the assets that they can add Dort to the contract, Wiggins to the contract, to the deal. They can Flemings. I think those are the two teams I would look out for star hunting next season. And Jokic is still available. Who knows?
So the Raptors are refusing to complete the Kawhi Leonard trade until we get to some type of resolution on this. Smart by Toronto, by the way, because if consequences are attached to him to where he's not playing, I don't even know how many games he's missing.
I'm thinking he's suspended for the whole season.
Yeah. And I saw something. I hope Silver ain't this spineless. Apparently, it's about finding a punishment that Steve Ballmer will accept. What you mean that he'll accept? You bought into my league. You play by my rules.
The only thing, Javon, that money's different over there. So they're afraid of litigation because Steve ain't. That money could go. He can go. He can go. He can do this for a long time with the league, with fighting the league with this, because his money is probably all the owner's money combined. He's different. That money's different for him. So I think that's why they're like tiptoeing around, like, hey, maybe you got to kind of play like
grow up here.
I get what you're saying, but
grow up here.
I get what you're saying, but the money's different. I think he has $110 billion. Like he can do this for a long time. Be like, yo, listen, you want to keep going? Let's keep going. Let's go to federal court. It's going to cost.
I'm gonna be honest with you. While Steve Ballmer still has his wits to him, I would love a beat writing job for the Clippers, where I could get close enough to him to be like, hey, Steve, you got $110 billion. Listen, this little $100K in student loans is chump change to you. Help a brother out. You don't need it. Be a good Samaritan, man. Woo!
Let me check exactly.
Like, oh man, I look at all that.
126 billion to 133 billion dollars.
Come on, man.
Come on.
I look at that much money. I'm like, yo, there's no need for anybody in the world to be broke, bro. I'm on the socialism push for 2028, and y'all can take care of some stuff. Let me hold $1. That's all I'm asking for, man. Let me get a little something to go to the corner store with. 126 billion.
That's like, I'm just saying that evaluation is right up there. If you would combine at least 10 owners, maybe like
he can solve all the problems in this country
or more,
and still have billions left over.
Yeah. So do you really want to go to war? That's the question. I know what you're saying about Adam, but do you really want to go to war with the guy with the 126, 133 billion dollars? And that's just where he's at right now.
He'll buy off some judge somewhere. Yeah. Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think things are gonna, I don't know, it's gotta be done, but I think Toronto's being smart. The Clippers need to move on. I think Toronto will be a very intriguing team in the East if Kawhi goes there. I think the league is in a good space if they move him. So, but I just don't think Adam Silver in the league should be going in litigation with Steve Ballmer. It does not make sense to me.
It's not definitely not going to get you far. All right, Sean. It's your favorite time of the year.
All right, so first, we always start with the division of the defending champions. So the NFC West is where we're starting with Seattle. I think everybody's favorites. I don't know. The Rams, San Francisco, and the Arizona Cardinals. So Javon, you do it first. You pick who you have, schedule, break it down team by team. Thoughts.
Well, you got to do the Cardinals like that, man.
That team is
Oh yeah, Hall of Fame games tonight. It's Thursday already. Carson Beck and the Cardinals against Kenny Two Gloves and the Panthers.
and that's the exact reason Carson Beck is going to be starting games that I made that face about the Cardinals this year. That's enough. That you just saying that should have answered your question.
No, I know why you did the Cardinals like that because yeah, I got to finish in last. All right, so that's no secret at all. The Los Angeles Rams are going to win the NFC West. I got them at 14-3. Only game they lose in the division is one to Seattle. That's it.
Ooh.
Right? No, excuse me. I'm wrong. I have them sweeping the Seahawks. The one loss comes to San Fran because McVay and Shanahan they know each other. Excuse me. So 14-3. Those 3 losses come to Denver, week 3 in Denver, Sunday Night Football.
I have that. Yep.
In the week after, the NFL's got to stop screwing the Rams over on this. They go to Philly for a 1:00 game. How that's not America's game of the week blows my mind. They did the same thing to the Rams last year. So it must be some game on CBS that week. I think it's going to be Denver at San Francisco. That's going to get Jim Nantz and whoever the hell his new broadcast partner is. Tony Romo, jackass of the month. So yeah.
Get a driver. You that rich? Get a driver.
Come on, man.
You that rich? Come on.
So yeah, their 3 losses are Denver, Sunday Night Football at Mile High, week 4, at Philly, 1:00 game, week 5. Well, excuse me, week 3 and week 4, and then when they go to San Fran, late in the season, that's their 3rd loss. It's coming off of an awkward part in their schedule. They get a bye week, and then they play Green Bay the day before Thanksgiving. Then the next week they play the Chiefs on a Thursday night. And then they go to San Fran for a normal Sunday afternoon game. I think they're going to lose that 49ers game. So 14-3 for the Rams, first place in the division.
I'm surprised you have them sweeping Seattle. I have them splitting Seattle
come
and
on.
San Francisco.
They gave the Seahawks fits last year. And without Kubiak, it's going to be worse.
Okay. Well, I got them going 13-4. I think they're the best team in the league. I have them splitting with San Francisco and the 49ers, sweeping the Cardinals. I have them losing to the Eagles, and I have them losing to the Broncos. So that's where their 4 losses come to. So I want them to not lose to the Eagles because I want to see some grit go on the road on a tough back to like that type of schedule and win a game like that. But it's too much talent on that team, and they improved what their weakness was the defensive back. They got better, and Aaron Donald might come back as a luxury. Come on, man! It's set up for them to dominate that division.
By the way, I gotta find a game for Denver to lose because so far, I got them 8-0. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's why.
Yeah, you saying the Aaron Donald thing? I'll make a change right here. I'll make the change. I'm gonna keep them at 14-3. Because I gotta give Denver a loss somewhere. I'll give them the win against Denver. And I'll let them just lose to Seattle one of these games.
And like you said, Sean McVay, know what it is?
You know what? Last game of the season, because they won't be playing for anything. They'll lose to Seattle.
Okay, that makes sense. And Seattle will be playing for something, at
yeah,
least to me at that point to get in. And I think, man, this is Mike McDonald has gotten the Bill Belichick treatment from me now. Like just based off who he is as a head coach, and the style of play, their defenses. Even though they lost some key members on that defense.
They still have a lot of key pieces, though. I looked at their roster. I was making this like they didn't lose as much as I thought they did.
Yeah, I thought, that's a good.
Like their biggest loss is still by far Clint Kubiak.
Yeah. I think defensively they're gonna still be special. And as long as he's the head coach, I cannot see them not being a top 10 defense. So that's gonna be they're gonna win some games against their division opponents just because defensively they're gonna be. I don't think Donald's as good as he is this year because I think Clint Kubiak is a genius. So they're gonna take a step back with that. So and then I'll just say I got them going 11-6.
I had them at 11-6 until I just gave them that last Rams win.
Damn.
So I got them 12-5,
Okay.
5-1 in the division because they own San Fran, they own Arizona. It's the Rams that give them problems. So 12-5. Their only losses, they go to Denver for a Thursday night game. That's just bad optics. They host Chicago for a Monday night game. I like the Bears this year. Actually, I don't know if I've given them a loss yet. Let me double check. Yeah, through 5 games, I have not given the Bears a loss yet. Let's see. Seattle hosts Dallas for a Monday night game. I think the Cowboys end up with that one. Seattle could win that game, though.
They could.
I would not rule it out. Then that might get changed somewhere down the line. Because that defense can win them that game. I don't know if Darnold's winning that shootout with Dak, CD, and Pickens, though. They go to Philly for a Saturday game. I think it's a loss. And when they host the Rams on Christmas, that's their 5th loss of the season.
Okay. San Francisco, what do you got them?
11-6.
I got them 10-7.
Yeah, and then I want to know where you have the Cardinals.
So I was debating about this. The Cardinals will upset one of those teams. They're not going to go winless in that division. And so I haven't beaten San Francisco in one of the games. So by the way, San Francisco needs to figure out that injury situation in that plants.
That substation.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. The Cardinals, I got them at 4-13. One better than last year.
More generous than me. Yeah, I got them 2-15 winless in the division.
Yo, let's be honest. There's a lot of offensive talent on that team.
Who's the quarterback?
Yeah, that's why I got Gardner Minshew.
And what offensive talent? Trey McBride and Jeremiah Love behind the offensive line that can't even create any gaps for him in training camp?
I'm expecting Marvin Harrison to take a step.
We got to see. Because I do think Marvin's got potential. Michael Wilson, Kendrick Bourne. I like Xavier Weaver out of Colorado. I like Reggie Virgil out of Texas Tech. Potential. But that offensive line is bad. And the quarterback situation ain't much better. So
No. They're going to be right in the hunt for the Dante Moore, Arch Manning, those type of guys.
Now, that defense has potential to be something decent with a few more pieces.
A few more pieces. They're young on that side of football. I don't know. I from where they were with Clint Kubiak to how they've fallen over the last 5-6 years, kind of confused what Arizona's going in. And I didn't like the coaching hire at all, to be honest with you. I would have took Raheem Morris over him, or Anthony Weaver. So let's see, but not enough talent to compete with those 3 teams at all.
All right. Now over to the runner-up division, the AFC East. Sean, I have a tie at first place. What about you?
Nah, I got Josh Allen and Buffalo winning it at 11-6. I
have them and the Patriots at 11-6.
I got Patriots at 10-7. I don't know. I'm one of those people. You know how I am on the show. You got to show me you can do it back-to-back years as quarterbacks. But I got to see Drake do it.
They got 4 automatic wins with the Jets and the Dolphins, and they're going to split with the Bills. So, I got them both having 5 wins in the division.
Yep.
Got them both at 11-6. So, their losses to me, they're going to lose to Seattle on the opener.
Yep.
They'll lose in Buffalo.
Yep.
They lose in Chicago on Thursday Night Football.
I have them beating Chicago.
I've got them losing when they host Minnesota for Thursday Night Football.
I have Minnesota going there
because they'll be coming off a tough game hosting Buffalo. The next week they go to Kansas City for Monday Night Football. I've got them losing that, and then the second to last game of the season, the penultimate game, they host Denver. I have them losing that. That's their 6 losses for me.
I think we're both high on Denver this year.
Oh, they're extremely high.
Yeah, that defense. I think Bo Nix is going to improve too. I like Sean Payton giving up offensive play calling. I got to see how it works though. Now I think that division is going to be very competitive. I think Buffalo. I'm not even going to go on a rant about Buffalo, but I do like DJ Moore, and I think Josh Allen, my personal opinion, is the best quarterback in the NFL. I don't see them losing back-to-back divisions, so they go 11-6.
What's this Mahomes disrespect, Sean? I can't keep tolerating this.
No. Let's talk about it.
You sound like you work for CBS Sports right now.
No. I can't. Listen, let's call a spade
That
a
was a
spade.
good one though, wasn't it?
That was good. But let's call it, because CBS, they be at every Mahomes Allen home game if they could. Let's call a spade a spade. Patrick has not been elite at his standard in maybe 3 seasons.
Can we talk about his offensive line and his receiver core though?
I grew up with Tom Brady, and I've seen him not playing good with receivers, not good receivers, and still be elite, still be top 2, top 3. Patrick, for out of the big 4, the former 4, and now add Matthew Stafford, Burrow was better than him 2 years ago. Matthew Stafford was better than him. Lamar has been better than him. Josh Allen's been better than him in these last 3-4 seasons. When was the last season you could be like Patrick was definitely the best quarterback in the league? 22? The last year they won the Super Bowl? No, they weren't even good that year. He struggled during the regular season. No, but Lamar was the MVP. He was the best quarterback in the league that year.
No, first of all, Lamar's stats were nothing that year. It was such a bad MVP race that they just gave it to him. His stats the next year were better when Josh Allen robbed him. Back at those stats.
No, I agree.
They were very.
But they were not.
And that goes out the window because who outdueled who in that championship?
Yeah, because Lamar thought he was Tom Brady. Like, he lost his mind. Him and Tom Munkin, they lost his mind. So I agree with that. But, all right, so if you want to say he's the best quarterback because he won the title that year, all right, cool. Do that. And he did it. All right. But the last 3 years, he's been either the 4th or 5th best quarterback in that ranking, or 3rd, or because injuries. I don't say Josh has been either the 1st or 2nd best quarterback.
What has he been doing in the playoffs, man?
Who, Josh?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Pissing down his leg.
Absolutely. He's pissed down his leg.
I not seen that Denver game?
Yeah, but the last time I seen Mahomes in the postseason, he was getting embarrassed in the Super Bowl.
He was in somewhere Josh Allen's never been.
Good point. So what are you supposed to do?
It's somewhere Lamar Jackson's never going.
All right. So what are you telling me if the criteria for the best quarterback is? Just because of what you've done in the past consistently, that makes you the best quarterback when your play hasn't. Burrow was better than you.
No. I got you right here. Why ain't it Matt Stafford? There ain't an MVP. I want a good reason.
All right, let me. I'm trying to get my word.
I hear you thinking of all, man. I'm not offend Josh right now.
No.
I want a damn good reason.
Matthew has not been in the top. We didn't have him for the last 3-4 years. It's been the big 4. And Matthew had a really good dominant year last year. But Matthew hasn't been dominant like that. He's been hurt for the last 2-3 years, some of the time too. So come on.
And cooking.
But he's been hurt too. He's been hurt.
Burrow's always hurt. You keep him in your top 5.
All right, but I don't put Burrow as the top. I've never put Burrow as the best quarterback in the league. I've always had either Josh, Mahomes, or Lamar. I've never put Burrow in the top. Maybe 2 at one point, whatever. But to say you're the best quarterback
are the top 2 to me.
All right. But Josh has been in that conversation for the last 4 years.
To y'all.
But he's been the most consistent out of those 4 quarterbacks.
I just don't see it in the guy.
I get you saying, but you can't dispute that. Out of all those 4, even Matthew, 5, he's been the most consistent for the last 5 years.
Yeah, the most consistent at being him. Which ain't special.
I think he's the best quarterback, and I could be proven wrong. But Mahomes can have a bounce back year. But I have not seen elite play from Patrick Mahomes in the regular season, even in the postseason run, in 3 years. What am I supposed to say? It's been that defense is carrying them sometimes.
Time we please, man. Well, you've got the Bills winning it. I've got them tied with New England. I don't know what the tiebreaker is.
Well, What are we division wins? Oh yeah, but they're gonna have the same amount of division wins.
I gotta see how many conference losses they have at that. 1, 2. All right, that's only 2 losses in conference outside of the division from New England. For Buffalo, 1, 2. Yeah, I don't know what the tiebreaker is, man. Golly.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do some like, I don't know how it'd be so confusing. Remember last year? Like it'd be
like a little strength of schedule joint.
Yeah.
So
it'd be crazy.
Whatever. I won't break it down. What you got the Jets and the Dolphins going? That's my real question.
So 3-14, the Jets will be better than the Dolphins. And I have the Dolphins at 2-14. And because remember, Stephen Ross wanted to tank 2-15, excuse me. Stephen Ross wanted to tank to Joe Burrow and didn't. This is a clear tank job. I think it's written all over the books that, and I feel bad for Malik Willis, but he'll get another opportunity somewhere else. They want Arch Manning. That's going to be the team with the number 1 pick.
And he's going to stink. And the next summer, they will be trying to spend all their cheese on Lamar Jackson. The Dolphins will be 1-16 this year. Kind of simple.
Yeah, that's the worst roster in the NFL, and it's not even close. They stripped it to the bare bones because they wanted to go get a quarterback, and isn't that a lawsuit they have right now with Brian Flores? Who's going to get paid. History rewinds itself. They get Arch Manning with the number 1 pick this year.
All right. And, the first coaches poll of the season came out yesterday, day before. Getting to be that time. I filled out my preseason top 25. I think it comes out in 2 weeks. Bama's missing the playoff this year.
Who's their quarterback? And where's up with Williams?
Even Russell, maybe?
They need Williams to turn back the clock or something because he looked like a surefire top 10 pick. I don't even know what he's done last year was a disappointment with the NFL quarterback, quote unquote.
I think Miami's probably my favorite for the Natty.
Okay.
Indiana's going to be in the picture. LSU and Ole Miss will be in the picture. Georgia will make the playoff. Texas roster's too good to miss the playoff. Oregon will be in the mix. Texas Tech will be in the mix. I don't think when we get to this playoff this year, we're going to realize there aren't 12 teams that can win the national championship.
We
knew that last year.
We knew that last year. This is what it is going to be in this. I like Notre Dame a lot this year.
Yes.
That might be my team to win the Natty this year. But I haven't sat down and do it. But I like that too.
Sign me up for a Miami Notre Dame national championship game.
That'd be crazy. I love Notre Dame this year. And I love my boy Lane Kiffin, man. When they got at LSU, they got a lot of talent down there.
I've never looked more forward to a regular season college football game than this year's Magnolia Bowl.
I'm gonna stop doing whatever I have to do that day. Make sure.
What week is that? Week 3, right?
I think it's week 3. Yep.
Let me double check.
It's been a good
my
year.
schedule looks like there. Week 3. That's the week Syracuse goes to Pittsburgh on a Thursday night. Oh, I'm going to be in this house. Oh boy, yes.
That's good. God's looking out for you. It's gonna be a crazy game. But yeah, I think this year, let's be real. I don't think there's a clear-cut national champion. Ohio State might be in the picture as well. They will be in the picture. What am I talking about? They're bringing the quarterback back, the receiver back. Defensively, they're always going to be good. But I think it's going to be wide open this year. I don't think it's a clear-cut national championship favorite.
This is going to be a fun season.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be special.
It'd be even funner if these conferences were right. But, whatever. Because in a dream world, Sean, we could have Miami as an ACC champion. We could have Ole Miss and LSU determining the winner of that division, with the winner playing Georgia in the SEC championship.
Crazy.
In a perfect world, we could have a Notre Dame versus the winner of Indiana and Ohio State Big Ten championship game. In a perfect world, we could have Oklahoma and Texas rematch of the Red River Shootout. Actually, excuse me. Whoever comes out of that division of Texas Tech, Texas, and Texas A&M against Oklahoma in a Big 12 championship game would be cinema. BYU, USC, and Utah competing to play Oregon in the Pac-12 title game. We could have had something special. And we had to ruin college football.
Yeah, damn. Now when you break it down like that, that would have been special. That would
you see what I mean?
Yeah,
we could have had a real special year.
Damn, that might be crazy. So when they come out with the coaches poll or the preseason poll, is it already out?
The coaches poll is already out. Ours comes out in about 2 weeks.
Now I'm thinking off the top of my head, but this skin, don't hold me to it till we have predictions. I might pick Texas versus Notre Dame. That might be my natty.
Yeah, when our poll comes out, we'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. I gotta break it. I haven't break it down yet, but that might be my. I'm thinking while we're talking, I'm like, I actually like both of those teams a lot this year. So let's see.
All right. Well, you got anything else?
Nah. So we back next week. More. What are we doing next week with divisions?
We have the AFC West and the NFC North next week.
Some competitive divisions.
Yes.
Very competitive divisions. I'll just say this. It was really tough when I was seeing a lot of Raiders on the schedule this year. Oh, the first two divisions. The Raiders are going to be better than people think.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in opposite directions on that one. Because I got them 2-6 at this point. So we'll see. You know who I had disappointing this year? And I texted you in the group chat. I don't think Jim Harbaugh is going to be with the Chargers much longer.
I gotta see Mike McDaniels with Justin Herbert. This is my last, because I think he's a really talented offensive coordinator, and Justin's really talented. I gotta see it together before I make a prediction. But obviously, I can't do that now. But I don't know. I'm unsure about the Chargers, to be honest with you. Them in Kansas City.
I don't think they're going to stink. I just don't think it's going to be a great season.
So the only team in that division you're very confident in is Denver.
It looks like I've got some confidence, a little bit of confidence, not a lot, but a little bit. They at least fight for a wild card in the Chiefs. Because Mahomes is cleared for camp. And when we get to the AFC South, Daniel Jones has been cleared for camp for the Colts.
Just worry about their cornerback position for Kansas City, but they did get the kid from LSU.
And
so.
as long as Spagnuolo's there, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And for Delane, and they brought L'Jarius Sneed back. They'll be fine with Spagnuolo.
Yeah, good point. Great point. Well, I haven't done that division yet, so I'm going to break those two divisions down.
All right. Well, we out of here.
All right, we out.